Hello everybody! Today I will be talking about why I think these are the 10 most forgotten BFDI characters. And before I start, let me explain how this video will work. First of all, I'm only talking about the characters that competed in a season, so I won't be including hosts, failed debuters, algebrailians, and I also won't be talking about the meme or joke characters, because what can I talk about the David man, he has only 2 lines. And before I start talking, this video is going to look on show side of things. What do I mean by this? Basically, when I say someone is forgotten, I'm not saying that they're forgotten by community because all of the characters have a lot of fans and supporters. I'm saying that they're forgotten by writers and not used very much throughout the show. So yeah, let's jump right into it. I know I just said that I won't be talking about the meme characters, but I have to mention this. Dora is a female BFDI character that competed in 2 seasons, those being BFDIA and BFB. In BFDIA she didn't do anything, like she just digs herself up and gives one big speech, and she's eliminated next episode. In BFB she's written much better and she wins couple of challenges for the team. But she was voted out because most people think she's a meme character. I mean, she kinda is, but you get my point. She really can't have an arc with someone because of her language. I mean, 4 understands it, so she might have an arc with 4, but that's highly unlikely. And she gets eliminated in BFB 15, which is a pretty good run for a meme character. So yeah, let's start with an actual list. Cloudy is a male BFDI character that competed in 2 seasons, those being BFB and TPOT, so let's analyze this character. Cloudy has a collection, and he is very obsessed with it. His potential best friend is Balloony, and we can smell that when he talks to X about it. He also has a pretty interesting accent, but I find it pretty good. So let's see what he does in BFB. BFB is the first time Cloudy competed in a season, and we pretty quickly learned that he loves his collection and he collects all sorts of stuff. From numbers to planets, he might have more stuff than Yellowface's warehouse. He is also a pretty good team player and we see him help his team a lot during the challenges. And he's a pretty good friend with Balloony, and we can see him miss Balloony in BFB 10 when he talks to X. And then he switched to TPOT, so let's see what he does there. In TPOT, he was on Team Winners, or that included Clocky, Rocky, Yellowface, Ice Cube and Bottle, and he was really helpful on the team, but Vote to Save screwed him over because he didn't have many fans. If it was Vote to Eliminate, surely Clock would get out because he made his team lose because of his obsession with Winner. But yeah, he got out in TPOT 4, but that's not the last we heard from him or about him, because there's a team named after him, that being Cloudy. And that's the last we've seen of Cloudy in TPOT for now. On a side note, he had one of the major roles in one of the BFDI special episodes, that being Claustrophobe's Nightmare. So overall, he was a competitive character that got screwed over by Vote to Save, which kind of sucks because I really like his voice.
Maybe it flew away cause it doesn't like you.
Galeg that leave! Galeg that leave!
What is
Man.
Eggy is a female BDFI. What has that YouTuber done to me? Eggy is a female BFDI character that competed in 2 seasons, those being BFB and TPOT. In BFB, she was on Team Losers, with Losers, Clock, Firey, Cake, Pincoiny and Needle, and she almost got eliminated in BFB 7 because of her attitude at the end of the BFB 6 when she said that she would glide through competition, but Loser got more votes, so he was out. She also had a couple of conversations, if you can call them that, with Teardrop a couple of times, and she has a lot of empathy for her. And in the rest of BFB she didn't do anything rememberable, and I just watched Pre-Split a couple of weeks ago. And then she goes to TPOT, where she gets annoyed for being called a ball, and then she joins the strongest team on Earth. In TPOT 2 she gets a boss role and does some boss stuff, and then she leaves to VRC to recover Teardrop, continuing their friendship, I guess. And when she comes back, she argues with her team and they end up losing. Next episode, she's up for elimination again. Okay, I'll shut up. And she's bottom 2 like last time, but she survives over one more forgotten character that I will talk about later. And couple of episodes later, she's out in TPOT 6. Overall, she was a pretty good run in BFB and TPOT, and we might see her soon in I'm sad to put her on this list, but Naily is the 8th place. You see guys, I'm not biased. Naily is a female BFDI character that competed in 2 seasons, those being BFB and TPOT. In BFB, she was on Team Ice Cube and she was a really competitive character, but her character shines in BFB 14 when Cake and Naily save Woody from rising lava, and she had some silly moments prior to that. And then split happened, so let's see what she does in TPOT. In TPOT, she was on a team Just Not, but that all comes to an end in TPOT 4 when she gets eliminated because lack of support.
Here's she wrote to save.
Overall, she was a silly yet competitive character that deserved a little bit more screen time and character development, so yeah, let's move on. Pi is a female BFDI character that competed in 2 seasons, those being BFB and TPOT. This can get repetitive, isn't it? In BFB, she was on a team Deathpack and they did pretty well. They were only 1 sub for elimination and Pi was in the bottom 2, but she survived over Lai. In TPOT, she was eliminated first. Overall, Pi was a chill, not that competitive character that just wanted to play for sake of it and wanted to prevent death, and I think writers did pretty good job writing her. But that's why she was eliminated, because she wasn't that competitive. She also got her own special episode that was all about her and algebraian named Pi, which really showed how chill she really was and also how she wasn't that competitive, because when Pi wanted to fight, she just wanted to play chess. So overall, greatly written character. Now let's move on to number 6. Bracelety is a female BFDI character and she only competed in 1 season, yeah, just 1, that being BFB. But why? Bracelety had a rough start, having the least amounts of votes to join BFDIA and being in the last 15 contestants to leave the LOL in IDFB. But she had her time to shine in BFB. So, that was rough. Bracelety was the first newbie to get eliminated in BFB, that being BFB 4. That's just sad. But why was that? Bracelety was a Bracelety was a high-energy, youthful Ice Cube fanboy that was screaming all the time about Ice Cube. But that's until her elimination in 4th episode, where she was sent to the exit. She had very little screen time in BFB, so let's see what she does in TPOT. In TPOT, she appears in a couple of post-credit scenes that is TPOT 11 and has a major role in the episode. And next episode she had a chance with the rest of Exitors to join the TPOT. And at the time there were a lot of people that started to become Bracelety enjoyers, so stakes were high and it looked like Bracelety was going to join TPOT. Well yeah, but she was a close 3rd place at least. So overall, Bracelety didn't have that much time to shine in BFB because she was eliminated early on. But judging by the latest TPOT episode, TPOT 19, it looks like she's going to have some kind of role in the future episodes. So let's move on. We have another one now, introducing Firey Jr. to the list.
You all mocking me?
Well, no, but...
You kinda deserve it. You know what? I never liked any of you. Who cares about Team Ice Cube anyway? You guys are all pieces of garbage!
Firey Jr., how do I explain him? There's no one quite like him. Firey Jr. is a newbie in BFB and he competed on Team Ice Cube alongside Naily, Donut, Bracelety, Spongy, Barfbag, Bombi and Jatan. But he really wasn't that much of an asset to his team. And he was also pretty mean. I think he's the meanest BFDI characters of all time. Don't believe me? Roll the clip.
Marker, you know, I'm not too sure about this, but I think maybe there's just a chance that you're an idiot.
Piece of garbage!
Not gonna lie, I actually really like that line. Anyways, let's see what he did in BFB. In BFB, he was there with his team and he was mean, I guess. I don't really remember. But really, I don't think he ever helped his team, like he never helped his team at all. I mean, he accused Bombi of being an imposter in that one episode, and that's about it. It's kind of sad that they didn't use Firey Jr. a little bit more, like he had a potential. Like imagine a challenge where they need to go through somewhere or like a labyrinth, and because Firey Jr. is small, he enters some kind of vent and guides his team to the victory and mocks them on their way to victory. I think that would be pretty fire. So yeah, he didn't unlock his fullest potential, but in TPOT he had his role in TPOT 11 and had a chance of rejoining the game. He was in top 5 with the most votes to join, but Dora had more votes and was eliminated with 9,983 votes. He also hosted a little bit of BFDIA 15, that's cool I guess. So overall, he was eliminated because he was mean, and we know that nobody likes mean characters. And he was really helpful in his challenges. And he was just less advanced Fire, so... Fun fact time! Did you know that the guy who suggested Firey Jr. also suggested Marker, which makes this scene kind of funny.
I know how we can get 4 back. I'll play 4. I promise it worked last time.
You're an idiot.
No, it's true.
And because of these scenes, he hated Firey Jr. I'm going to call him Junior for the rest of this video. Even more, and he even voted for him to get eliminated. That's tragic. Moving on. Stapy is a male BFDI character that competed in one season, that being BFB. But before BFB, he appeared somewhere special. BFDI episode 2255. BFDI episode 2255 is a joke episode that premiered just before final episode of BFDI and was made to trick the viewers into thinking that was the real final episode. In this episode, we see Stapy, Foldy and Lai competing for something that's unknown, and their host was Hello Kevin. This episode actually started the whole enemies phase between Foldy, Stapy and Lai, and it was supposedly confirmed that loser was the one holding the camera. Anyways, let's see what Stapy does in BFB. In BFB, Stapy was on Team Free Food that included Fries the Goat, Yellowface, Eraser, Bell, Marker, Puffball, Foldy and Stapy. He's a best friend with Foldy, and we see him get angry when someone does something to Foldy and vice versa. Foldy and Stapy also don't like Lai, and we see them having time of their lives when Lai gets out. He was a really good team member and helped his team on a numerous occasions, like breaking the Jawbreaker in BFB 2, or making the crack on the ground to save his team from hitting the ground in BFB 5. But that all comes to an end when we see Stapy's evil side. Basically, in BFB 8, it's really obvious that writers wanted to put Stapy into the exit, and the way they did that was really weird. So basically, in BFB 8, the challenge was to answer the questions that Donut gave, and instead of answering the questions, Stapy instead makes a fake buzzer for Ions in order to cheat. But why would he do that if he knows the questions, which is really implied in this clip?
Stapy, you know the answer to this one! Why aren't you buzzing in?
I'm busy. Just give me a sec.
Say, Stapy, you made us lose that point! Are you happy about that?
I'm trying. What I'm doing now will help us. Just you wait and see.
Like it's so obvious that writers wanted him out. So let's move on to Stapy in TPOT. In TPOT, Stapy was in the exit and he also had one of the major roles in the storyline, like everyone there. And like everyone else, he had a chance to join TPOT, but like everyone else, he didn't have enough votes to join, placing 6th place, with 8,742 votes to join. And that's the end for Stapy. We haven't seen him since like other exitors that are all around the earth, but we will probably see him soon. Sao is a female BFDI contestant that competed in, you guessed it, 2 seasons, those being BFB and TPOT. She does have that much else going for her, so let me analyze her in BFB. BFB is the first season and she competed on a team that included Teardrop, Gay T, Lollipop, Book, Ice Cube, Dora, Taco and So, and it was a pretty good team.
Is that she abandoned us?
At least challenge-wise. They were only 1 sub for elimination in all of BFB pre-split, so yeah, I think that the team is okay for Sao. Now let's explain what she did in the season. She won the first challenge for the team and helped in the others until BFB 8. 8, that number seems important, right? Well, in BFB 8, 8-Ball gets eliminated and is crushed down to death, and then his particles fly off to So, who inhales those particles and gets her 8 catchphrase. And then she straight up leaves until BFB 13, like what? Of course she's not going to have a large fanbase when she just left for 4 whole episodes. But why did she left at all of the sudden? Well, she left to go to rehabilitation in order to get the fumes out of her body, but when she comes back, she still has the number yelling gurgles, like why? My theory is that the writers themselves forgot about Sao for those 4 episodes and just made a quick story to why she went missing. So yeah, she's back now, yay! In BFB 13, her team does nothing for the challenge. In BFB 14, her team is just under the lava camping. And in BFB 15, Eggy is up for elimination and Sao is in third one safe. After that, the team wins automatically and Sao goes off to TPOT. In TPOT, Sao is on Team 8 with Pin, Coiny, Gaty, Barfbag, Donut, Needle and herself of course. And she did quite well in the first challenges, having 2 of her teammates and herself get to the top of the hotel. In TPOT 2, she's just sitting around until she gets grabbed by Needle and is used to split their block tower. And in TPOT 3, she's just there, and because Teardrop deleted their tower, Team 8 are up for elimination, and in TPOT 4, Sao is out with 4,127 votes. That is 8 votes less than Donut, which was the last one safe. So, if there's any Sao fans watching, you could have made 8 more YouTube channels and just kidding, don't do the theory again, please, that's a cheating. So yeah, why was she out? Well, her team had 4 original characters, if you count Donut, that are really liked and have a lot of fans. There's also Gaty that had 2 storylines and people wanted to see more of them interacting. And there was Barfbag that was a well-established character. So yeah, that's why she got least amount of votes, she didn't have that much fans. Or voters got annoyed of her number yelling, did you also get annoyed by that? Well, if you said no, then you wouldn't mind me having that same voice for the rest of the video. Yeah, for the rest of this video I'm going to tackle Sao because I saw an opportunity there. So, overall, Sao was a shy but great character and she helped her team a lot, but she didn't have that much screen time, which led to her elimination in TPOT 4. She also appeared in a thumbnail of one of BFDI's songs, if that means anything to you. So yeah, let's move on. Yeah. 8ball is a male BFDI character and he only competed during BFB, so let's go straight into analyzing his performance during BFB, because he doesn't have that much backstory other than him hiding that his favorite number. So yeah, let's start. In BFB, 8ball is a part of a team better named than that. He helped his team in a couple of challenges and had his role on his team, and in BFB 2, wrong number, he got the role of a team leader, but he was not that good at it, just ordering his team to do opposite of what Golf Ball said. But then in BFB 4, better named than that almost loses, and 8ball starts sobbing over it and saying that he just wanted to add some fun to the team and that everything he said was on a sarcastic tone. And that lasts up until BFB 8, where his fate led him to get the most amount of votes and he was sent to the exit. Next thing major we see about 8ball is when he had a chance to rejoin the BFB. He got less votes than David.
That's just sad.
In TPOT, we see 8ball all throughout the exit, and like everyone, he had a major role in that storyline. And when exitors escaped, they all had a chance of a rejoin, but there was no chances of 8ball rejoining because he didn't have that much fans. I mean, he didn't have that much fans compared to other characters, and he didn't join as expected, having the least amount of votes of joining. Like what? Robot had more votes than him, David had more votes than him, and that seals it up for our boy 8ball. I mean, when he flew away, he was found by Firey and they are now traveling to TPOT for the grand finale. At least that's my theory, so until then, we won't be seeing 8ball that much. Maybe little snippets, but time will tell. Moving on. And now for the grand reveal. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 5, 2, 1. Bubble is a female BFDI character that only competed in one season. Yeah, I'm joking, it's... Foldy is a female BFDI character that competed in 2 seasons, those being BFB and TPOT, and she was really used in them, like at all. Can you tell me anything that you remember about Foldy? Only thing that comes to mind is her friendship with Stapy or rivalry with Lai, but you got to respect what she did in BFB 11. So basically, when Foldy finds out how her best friend got out of the game, she was pissed at times, especially Match, because she was the one that showed the donuts Stapy's cheating. And the challenge was to climb the 500 stairs, and when she got to the top, she risked her own Steam elimination in order to avenge Stapy. And she did it successfully, and Match was eliminated next episode, but this is what angers me the most about this. That's when I remembered that Foldy is just a piece of paper, and I realized Foldy's biggest missed opportunity. So, Foldy is a piece of paper, and what's the most useful thing you do with a paper? Writing on it. Second most useful. Ranking into ball to throw it at people. Okay, third most useful thing. Oh, I know. Paper is most useful for unplugging your Yoyle Cake. Ah, it's origami! Origami, for those who don't know, is a Japanese art of folding a paper in order to make cool structures and builds. And I really think that this is the biggest missed opportunity of any BFDI character. Because imagine this. Like, instead of Firey just throwing Foldy into the air and killing her, it will be way cooler that with the team effort they turned Foldy into a paper end plane, and Stapy would help stabilize the craft. Like, that would be so cool! Or if there was a challenge that they needed to cross some body of water or something like that, it would be cool if Foldy turned into a boat, but she would get wet pretty quickly. But imagine the possibilities. Like if they needed to fight, boom, a sword, or if they needed a bridge, boom. Like there are endless possibilities, and I really hope that they use this feature eventually. I hope that in BFDI's 6th season, Foldy is on team with Tony Giri, and because of their names sounding similar to origami, and they are both from Japanese culture, they would be a master at origami, and that would be really cool ability, and make them stand out, because I don't think they can really talk, but we don't know that yet. But okay, let's stop the daydreaming and see how well Foldy did on TPOT.
Foldy is out with 5,596 votes.
Oh my, origami book that's called Geogami.
Yeah, in TPOT 1, she basically doesn't do anything. In TPOT 2, she just sits in a place and states that she doesn't want to do anything. And in TPOT 3, she's out, like she only had less than 2 minutes of screen time. That's sad, and we never saw her.
Ever!
So that's why I think Foldy is the most forgotten BFDI character. And I encourage you all to make one of these Foldies now, because they're really easy to make and I even made my own. And that was the whole list. But what can writers do to fix this problem? Well, I have a couple of ideas. First of all the characters that were on this list need to compete in BFDI 6th season, that or nothing. I would really like a season that does not have OG characters from season 1 and 2. But yeah, I agree that large group of fans would be sad that their favorite character didn't appear. But we really need to give these guys some spotlight and opportunity to grow as characters. I would like this season to really make every character stand out. And I would like a new way of eliminating characters, because if we have vote to save, new characters that don't have as much as fans as others would be eliminated pretty quickly. And that sounds kind of unfair, so elimination process definitely needs to change. It would be cool if first few episodes don't have an elimination, in order to give characters time to breathe. Instead of getting eliminated, the team that does the best should get a lot of points, and runner-up teams should get also some points. And then they should bring back the eliminations. And now that every character can stand up for themselves, it wouldn't be as unfair as vote to save. Or they could do a small non-elimination season like IDFB before we get a season 6. But these are only speculations that would be cool to happen, and that's about it. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you feel like I missed one character, comment down below and I may make an updated version of this video. This video was released kind of late, and sorry guys for a longer wait. Future videos will have a perfect date in order to save my channel's fate. So yeah, I'll try to release videos every week now. Thanks again for watching and bye!